what are you doing when COVID's got you down? What are you doing? Coaches really look for resilience. Like, that is a huge thing right now. And one of the things that you guys are probably going to come out of this is with some grit, which is awesome, because that's so lacking in so many recruits these days. So if you can show coaches that you're not defeated by this, that you're going after it just as hard as ever, despite circumstances, that's going to be huge. And that's going to really help you stand out.
You got to understand, coaches to this point, even if you had a highlight footage, that footage is shot from the press box. So it's great as far as seeing athletic ability from as far away as possible. The footage you're going to give them and that we're going to have on your profile is going to have so much value, because it replaces them being this close to you and being able to recreate the camps and junior days and all those things that they missed. So just realize if you're doing something, they're going to see value in it, and it's going to help them with the process.
So we've got a lot in the world that we can't control. And there's two big things when I'm working with my student athletes that I talk about, and it's identify the things that matter, identify the things that you can control, and where those two things cross over, that's really where your focus needs to be. Anytime you add something to your profile is a great time to re-engage. I tell my kids, anytime you add a new transcript, every time that you have new video. Okay, so those are all good reasons to reach out. It doesn't have to be an event. It doesn't have to be, that you're going to be going to their camp or anything like that. So I would utilize that as a way to kind of reach back out and keep consistency of them seeing your name. That's it can even be an update on how your training's been going. I tell kids all the time, I'm like, tell me what's going on in your state. You know what's going on in your state. I have no idea what's happening in Idaho versus I'm in New York, right? I know what our situation is. So you're never boring them by telling them what your experience is and what you're doing with this time. So just give them an update on what you've been working on this last couple of months or last month, as well as any profile updates that they should be taking a look at.
So we're going to hop to a video here in a second, guys, to help you through, again, kind of coaching you up on this process here. The reason we're going through this is to show you some real skills footage. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's all going to be very effective for coaches. Guidelines right now, if you're not competing, and understand that's happened to some people here in the fall, have that going on with a lot. Again, the footage doesn't have to be perfect. You saw some excellent examples there. People utilizing their phone just to be able to film that. Showcase athleticism, skill, and just work ethic. If you aren't sure, film it and make that part of that video for you. Setup drills, again, that you'd run in practice. You've done at combines. You've seen other people do. If you aren't sure, film it, and it's going to help coaches, because at the end of the day, any type of evaluation up close and personal like that is excellent. And the real key is the sooner the better. Don't wait on the process.
All right. So we actually, we talk to college coaches every day. It's a large part of what we do here, connecting you guys, but also hearing about their needs. And we went straight to the source to find out what exactly do they want to see. And we wanted to give you some examples of the things we actually heard back. So number one, we'll take what we can get. They feel very similar. They want to go out and they want to recruit. And so any opportunity to evaluate players, whether it's in person or on film right now, they want to be doing it. Okay. Athleticism and technical ability. Those are two big components of most sports. So definitely bring what you can there. Old games and small group trainings. This is another great one. Obviously, we would love to give them something fresh and updated, but we don't all have that right now. So, if you have some old games, even from right before all of this started, that's okay. Let's bring that in here and let's showcase it. You can athleticism through running, jumping, change of direction, some technical elements. Okay. So all of that really comes back to stuff that you can control and do on your own. So don't overthink it. This is really, there's a lot of drills that I'm sure if you sit down and think, okay, what do we do as a warm up? What are the things that prepare us for hard work, as we're going into a session? Or, what are the things that will really showcase what I'm really strong at? Bring those to the table and think outside the box. Like, don't be afraid. If you're an O lineman that can dunk a basketball, like, go do that. Okay. That's something that other people aren't necessarily going to put in their film, but it's something that's unique to you and it's going to help coaches remember who you are. So, the big key again, don't wait. Let's get after it and let's find some new footage.